Welcome back to Arizona Midday. We're cooking with the friendly folks at CantaMia. We've got Chef Mayanara in the beautiful demonstration kitchen here. And we're taking a real positive look at breakfast. I mean, how can you not wake up and be happy when you know you're getting banana bread for breakfast, right?
Especially when you love food, you know, it pairs perfectly with coffee.
Breakfast is important. But when it tastes better, it's even more important.
It is even more important.
Right.
And really, we're looking at both of these recipes. It's about the protein, it's about the fiber, because that's going to help you feel fuller for longer.
Well, what's bubbling in here right now?
Okay, we're going to do a twist on banana bread, and we're going to use coconut flour. So I want to get this going first. And what I did was take 3/4 cup coconut oil and 2 bananas. And I'm going to really let that heat through and let the bananas kind of crystallize.
You just mash the bananas. Do you get a lot of questions, Chef, about coconut oil?
You know, I do, and it's how to use it, how to keep it.
Why does it look like it's lard and then it melts? Yes.
And what it does melt, because think of it as butter. It has the same properties as butter. However, the nice thing about coconut oil is that it has this oil called lauric acid that actually increases your metabolism and it stimulates your immune function, your immune system.
Wow.
Yeah,
good.
it's good stuff.
So replace butter then. Always think of coconut oil as a replacement for butter.
True, but I love butter, so it would be hard to replace it.
Yes, it would. And then you've got honey in there, right?
I do. Now I'm just using regular honey. Again, some local honey is sometimes good because that's going to, it's kind of like a seasonal flu shot. It's going to give you some insight into what's going on in the around our
good for your immune system. Yeah, and you use 2 bananas, and we were talking about even if they're not really ripe, once you mash them and heat them up, they just become really sweet and flavorful. While that's cooking, can we talk about the coconut flour?
You got it.
You got me hooked on this. A lot of folks are hooked on it. Why is coconut flour so good for you?
So, you know, and this is just an alternative. It is gluten-free, so if you don't want to do wheat, it's just an alternative. So nutritionally, you're going to get different things. Now, protein and fiber. Think of this as you extract from the coconut the milk and then the oil, and now you have the flour. Flour is actually entirely fiber.
I said 40% dietary fiber, and it helps burn fat, and it aids in digestion, and it helps balance blood sugar.
Huge. It does a lot.
So good for you.
You're getting 6 grams of fiber in 2 tablespoons.
Love coconut flour. And a lot of people say, well, does it taste like coconut? It just has a flavor all its own, just like the coconut sugar.
It does. And you know, when we're mixing it with the bananas like this, it's so sweet that you're not going to taste the actual coconut.
Little Himalayan salt?
Little Himalayan salt, some unrefined sea salt, so you make sure you get all the good nutrition in there.
Because a little tiny bit of salt makes everything. It enhances the flavor of everything, just a tiny bit.
Good quality ingredients.
You need some eggs?
Okay, yes, we're going to add some eggs. And we're going to do about 6 eggs. Now here's the thing with coconut flour is because it is gluten-free, we don't have a binder to this. So the eggs are actually, as they rise, they're going to act as the binder for the entire bread.
Perfect. Okay. Any tips on eggs? Which eggs do you prefer?
You know, I'm not necessarily, I usually go for cage-free eggs, preferably organic, because remember we were talking about the quality of the ingredients. That's really big for me. What about you? What do you use?
Well, I prefer those too. Of course, I have chickens, but I like extra large eggs when I'm baking. Large or extra large? 4 or 5. Okay, perfect.
So we're going to use 6 of those.
All right,
and then I added some cinnamon and a little bit of baking powder.
I'm assuming you want these whisked.
Perfect.
Okay, good. All right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to make it just a little tiny well within the coconut flour.
And you do need the baking powder because it's a really dense flour, the coconut flour is.
It really is. So it's going to seem like there's a lot less flour than there is liquid, but it's all going to come together really nicely.
Okay.
So I added vanilla to this, some honey, and we're both going to just dump this right in here.
Oh boy,
Can you
look
smell
at
it?
that. Oh my goodness, it smells so good.
All right.
And the eggs go in there too?
Go for it.
Now it's not too hot to put the eggs in there?
Nope.
Okay.
You're good. So I'm going to mix this up, and I've already preheated the oven to 325.
Okay, grease baking or grease casserole.
And we want to do it right to about 50 minutes and watch it. And the thing is, you can see in the finished product that it's going to look like it's overcooked, but it's not.
Oh yes, let's look at the finished product right here. And here's the finished banana bread, and Chef is serving it with lemon curd and butter, anything you want.
Anything you want.
Right, exactly. This is fantastic, and you can find this recipe and the quinoa recipe along along with a meal planner.
Yes, I put up a healthy meal planner at CantaMia.com. Everyone wants extra recipe ideas, so go there for extra ideas for the week.
I want extra banana bread. Thank you so much, Chef. And you can find out more about this beautiful active adult community with boomers in mind at CantaMia.com. We'll see you next time.